Hello, I'm Claire Louise. Hey, I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's a full Celtic cross love spread. Let's find out what's going on in your love life. I've made 3 readings here. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it's good. Each one of them has got a deeper dive. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. And if you do, I'll pop a link for it up there toward the end of these readings. And there's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. Now I've got some prize giveaways going each month now. Each month you've got 2 chances to win a private reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars. One way is by being a subscriber on my channel, clicking like on this video and leaving a comment. You can do that as many times as you want throughout the month, and then you'll be entered that many times into the draw. The other way is by getting those deeper dives as well, so good luck with that. You can find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading in the description box and in the comments below. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal with the 9 of Pentacles card? Or would you like the flower with the Knight of Voices? Or the shell, and the shell is out with the 4 of Swords card. Take your pick now. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click on that subscribe button with that notification bell. Let me know what you want the further pick a card reads to be about as well. What would you like me to do a pick a card read on? And good luck with winning those private readings as well. Crystal, flower or shell? I'll see you in your reading. If you chose the crystal along with the Lightseers Tarot, then this one's for you. Crystals, let's find out about your love life with a full Celtic cross tarot love spread. Now, as usual, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. I have 2 drawers for a free reading with me, free personal reading with me each month. To enter in, you can purchase one of the deeper dives from my pick a card reads. That will enter you into one of the drawers. The other drawer is for subscribers to my channel who click like on these videos and leave a comment as well. You can do that as many times as you like each month for better chances of winning those. So let's get straight into your reading and find out what this is all about. What's this reading all about? 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles card is a single independent person card. So it's all about, perhaps you've been alone for a while, perhaps you've been single and independent for a while, perhaps things are going really well for you, but you would like a partner too. Yeah, you could have been single for a long time. If that's the case, then this could be your reading. So it's all about that. What is hindering you here? What is hindering you? What's crossing you? Your strength. So you're a strong one, strong, independent, and all of that kind of thing. So perhaps that is working against you where it comes to your love life. Let's get into that. Now, there's nothing wrong with your strength. It's good to be a strong person. But some people, certain kinds of people, don't like strong women, say. So it might be the kind of people that you're going for. I know, because I'm very into fitness and do CrossFit and Muay Thai training, there's some guys that come along to that don't like women being strong, but by far the majority of CrossFitters and Muay Thai trainees, not really fighters because we just kind of train, the most of us, but do like strong women. So, and that kind of surprised me. You know, when you go in places, if you're a strong person and you're in places, and not just physically strong as well, physical strength tends to go along with like an internal strength too, right? But if you're in the normal kind of places where there's people that don't really like strong women, then you might be thinking that that's something that is kind of working against you all the time. But you might just be around the wrong people, you know? Because, yeah, there are quite a lot in my world of people that do like strong women. So just a side note, you know, might be the kind of places that you're in, the kind of people that you're around. So how do things appear on the surface of things, of it all? You got the Page of Wands, the Hermit, and Judgment. Okay, so The Hermit, you being by yourself, this is how it appears. Judgment, like you're being very discerning. Page of Wands is the energy of kind of someone looking at you. The pages to me are when you just catch each other's eye kind of thing. It's the very beginning of a relationship. It's the initiation of the attraction kind of thing. You look at someone, you think, oh, they're nice, that kind of thing. And so that's the pages. Knights are more the movement toward each other, you know, to start something off, to make contact. Actually, it's the action, you know, the Knight. So the Page of Wands is all about passion. So it's kind of someone looking at you with passionate eyes. This could be that you are perhaps around the people that just want to play with you, you know, just want to get you into bed, that kind of thing. So you could have a fair bit of energy like that around you. And so the majority of your energy is like, I'm okay by myself, I'm being discerning, I don't want that kind of stuff. So you might have kind of been in a bit of a rut, only getting offers of a certain kind, not even offers, pages, just like people, you know, fancying you kind of thing, but just wanting to sleep with you, not wanting anything more than that. What's really under that? What's really under that? What's really behind that? So that's how it appears on the surface. Okay. So we've got 4 cards out here, came out in 2, so let's take them like that. What's really behind that could be 7 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. You're not sure what to choose, confused about your choices because of who you walked away from or who walked away from you, what you had to let go of in the past. So either you had a good relationship that kind of walked away from you, and now it makes you unsure of like what you're choosing, or you've had to walk away from relationships because of red flags and all kinds of things going on, and that's led you to be confused about how you're choosing the ones that aren't right for you. Or what's really under that? Wow, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Interesting. And I'm not actually going to take those, but because it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, interesting cards to come out. Let's see if they come back out in the reading. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense in this reading. So it's definitely the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. So it's about your past. You're confused about what it is that you're choosing. So yeah, you're being discerning for these Page of Wands kind of, I don't want that type, and that's all there seems to be. But your confusion is come about through how is it that I chose the wrong people in the past? How was I doing that? And I'm not sure I've got to the bottom of that to be able to choose wisely. And if you've just got these Pages of Wands around you, these lusty glances kind of thing, you might just be in the wrong kind of places. Recent past energy is the Hanged Man. You could be changing your mind, seeing things from a different perspective in the past. So you could be changing your mind about whether you want to be alone, or changing your mind, just like trying to look from a fresh perspective at all of this. Yeah, because I think this reading is saying like you're in a bit of a conundrum here. It's like, I don't want to be single anymore. I'm strong, I'm independent, got good things going on with the 9 of Pentacles. But the only thing that seems to be out there are these Pages of Wands. I don't know where you're looking. If you're looking on Tinder, yeah, there's going to be a lot of Pages of Wands on there. The occasional person worth knowing, or, you know, getting to know. But majority, by far, Page of Wands. If you're out in the clubs, same, Page of Wands is what you're going to find there again. The majority will be. And if you're like confused about your choices, if you're trying to choose from all you know, in these places where there's mostly Pages of Wands, and you're like, I don't know how it is that I choose the ones with red flags instead of the, you know, the odd one that might be worth knowing out there. Well, it's because you're choosing amongst, in a soup of Pages of Wands, you know, that kind of thing. So you could have recently changed your mind about, like, perhaps whether you're happy by yourself, or change your mind about your approach, maybe. Still seems to be a lot of confusion in this to me, because that 7 of Cups. Ooh, you got some investment coming in. 7 of Pentacles, much more solid energy compared to the rest of this. Apart from your energy is solid here in the middle. You're strong, independent. You've got a very good base here. You know, to get into a good relationship, we need to know ourselves and accept ourselves and be independent and all of that kind of thing. Then to get into a relationship requires something on top of that, right? Hopefully finding someone who's just like this. And people that are like this perhaps aren't in the places where the Page of Wands are. They don't hang out with Pages of Wands, people that are like this, people that are like you. So you've got some investment coming in. The Seven of Pentacles, something to invest in, and some investment coming in the near future. So this reading is about the Nine of Pentacles. What else is it about? What else is it about? Three of Swords, the heartbreak that you've been through. Okay, so it's this stuff from the past, the stuff that kind of left you or you had to leave, still kind of breaking your heart. You've had your heart broken. And that's what's causing the confusion of how you're choosing. Not wanting to recreate those heartbreaks that you've had, not wanting the same again, but a confusion about like how you set yourself up for that. What are your fears? What are your fears? Three of Wands, waiting. You might have been waiting for a long time, so fearing waiting. Any more fears? It's like waiting for that perfect person to come along. There might be a fear that, well, a fear that, you know, just like life is passing you by without bringing someone in. Relationships can bring a lot of joy, right? A lot of pain too. Page of Swords. Page of Swords energy is, again, pages, you know, people just kind of looking, thinking about you, looking at, considering you, watching you, all of that kind of thing. So you might think that you're kind of getting a lot of attention, but nobody really coming your way as well, fearing that. What are your hopes? Hopes and wishes. Hopes and wishes. What are your hopes and wishes? The Six of Wands for victory, to be seen to be victorious as well. So like someone on your arm kind of thing. And the Queen of Swords, that you've got boundaries. You're hoping to have boundaries and to protect your heart. So that's good. Queen of Swords, you know, to get in a healthy relationship with somebody healthy, someone that is independent and all of that kind of thing, they will respect your boundaries. In fact, they'll like that you have boundaries. That will be appealing to them. You know, I think you've not been around the right people. You know, for the strength and the Queen of Swords, you need to be around stronger people that like that. So perhaps you need to change your beliefs, because they are out there. I promise you they are out there. You can go to a CrossFit gym and you can find them. You can go to in fact, any gym. Yeah, and find them. So much, you know, it's because I'm very strong, right? And I get complimented when I'm at the gyms on that. Just this weekend on Saturday, when I was at the gym, at the CrossFit gym, I was doing deadlifts, was I? Or maybe it was Friday, I don't know. There was a guy behind me, working out behind me, and after we'd finished, he said, "You're so strong." He said, "I was watching your back when you were doing those movements. You're so strong." He was really impressed. And I compare that when I'm at other places and they're like, "Oh, you're too muscly." You know, I'm not too muscly. I love my body. But yeah, the reception that you get from people that are kind of not your kind of people can be quite heartbreaking if you take it on. But I don't really care. You know what I mean? I don't really care what the other people think. I care more about what the people that are like me think. Yeah, so it's about putting yourself in the right places, really. Well, let's get the outcome. You do have some investment energy coming in, so that's good. Let's find out your outcome cards here. I am going to reveal your outcome cards, one of them, the first one, in this reading, but the rest of them, because I'm going to get a progression out for you, are going to be revealed in the deeper dive read. So if you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. I won't just be revealing the outcome cards if they ever come out. in that deeper dive read. I'll be getting cards out from these decks back here to give you some advice with all of this. So I think that's really pertinent, is the advice for you with this reading. And also, let's find out who you've got coming in. Let's tap into their energy and give you some clues there about, you know, how that might happen and all of that. Timelines and what else? Messages from them. Let's see what they've got to say for themselves, this person coming. Interesting. Outcome cards, please, guys. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just get another one out, please. There we go. Okay. 2. Right. Okay. So your outcome cards are here. You have 7 in total. First card out is the 9 of Swords. Not a great card. This is a lot of anxiety. It's sleepless nights. It's worry about it. It's, yeah, not in a particularly good place in your outcome here. You could be stressing out about things. Well, let's see if we can turn that around for you in the deeper dive read. If you want to find out what the rest of these are, you do have someone coming your way in these cards, then you might want to get that deeper dive. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. And it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try it on a different device, and it should do. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new, and leave a comment to get yourself an entry into that draw, don't forget. And yes, you can get the deeper dive to get an entry in that other draw for a free private reading with me as well. And if you want to do that, well, if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you very shortly. So if you chose the flower along with the Muse Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross Tarot love spread. I'll find out what's going on in your love life, flowers. Now, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. In case this is your story, could be a story, you want it to be a story, you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. Now, I'm running 2 draws every month now for a free private reading with me. For one of them, you can get one of those deeper dives. That will get you an entry in to the draw. If you get many deeper dives over the month, that will get you many entries into the draw. Another way, another draw is for the subscribers of my channel. So if you're a subscriber, or if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. If you like this video, click like on this video and then leave a comment, and that's going to get you an entry into a draw. Have as many entries as you want. Just watch the videos and do the clicky commenty thing. And don't forget to be a subscriber. Okay, so what's this reading all about? For flowers, we've got the Knight of Voices. The Knight of Voices is someone that is kind of watching you, looking on, coming your way. They've got an intent. They might be fast moving as well. They might want to make a quick move on you. So it appears that you've got someone coming your way. You might have met somebody new and wondering, watching this reading to wonder, like, what's up with them? What's hindering you here? What's crossing you? They could be so fast moving that you might be not kind of knowing, 10 of materials, that you might be like not knowing what their intentions are. Flowers are dripping on me. 10 of materials. So this is what is crossing you. 10 of materials. You could be ready for like a long-term thing now, but this Knight of Voices, it feels like someone jumping into something with no clear plan ahead, and you might be more of a planner and like, you know, like want to know what their intentions are. They may be more of like a wing it and see. Let's see. It does feel like they've got intentions with you, but I'm just getting this feeling like they might be keeping that secret, or they might not want to tell you what those intentions are. Just with the moon being there, I feel like there is something kind of being held back by this person. They're not giving you the full story. Maybe they don't want to give you the full story. I'm not saying like they're lying about themselves or anything like that. They're just kind of holding back, especially with like their intentions. You know what? It could be someone, this is just an example. I'm not saying that this is the case, but it could be someone that maybe isn't going to be around for a long time, but still kind of wants to get into a relationship and wants to go there, but yeah, perhaps aren't going to be around a long time. So perhaps, you know, someone that is on a work contract for 3 months or whatever, and they're not really telling you that, are just kind of wanting to get fast into the relationship. That would be the kind of scenario with the speed that I'm getting. They want to get fast into it because they know that it's not going to last that very long, and they're not telling you that. Ten of Materials here, it feels to me like you want something like long term, something steady, something to build. You know what I'm getting from their energy is like that's what they want too, but they know that they can't have it, but they kind of want to have that experience, even though it's for a short term. They want someone that wants long term because they want to have that feeling, but it's not going to be long term for them. Okay, I'm getting a lot from this. How does it appear on the surface? How do things appear on the surface? Temperance and the Page of Emotions. So he's just kind of waiting, biding your time. Page of Emotions. It's attraction. There's some feeling there. There's something going on, but you're just kind of waiting, or perhaps trying to temper yourself, not going too far in it because you're not sure about this person. Intuitively, you might feel like not sure about this person, like I am. It's like the energies that I'm picking up from that Knight of Voices. It's contradictory in a way. It's like that having like a lot of enthusiasm and like yes, do this, that speed kind of thing, but it might feel like it's a bit out of place to you. What's really behind that? Page of Emotions and Temperance. What's really behind what's going on at the moment? Yes, there we go. Ten of Voices, painful endings, Queen of Materials. Okay. Right, so the Queen of Materials, this is your energy of being stable. So you're the stable one, right? I've got a feeling like you've got someone here being attracted to you in your stable energy because they want like a stable relationship, but just for short term. And they're going to pretend like they want a long-term thing. When it ends, it's not going to be painful to them. You know, it just reminds me of a kind of an energy. So someone on holiday or someone with a short-term working contract, they like to be in a stable relationship. So they want to get into a stable relationship. They want with a stable person. So they find you and they're like, oh, this is a stable person that would want to get into a relationship. I cannot tell Flowers that I'm only going to be here for a short time, because then I know she's going to say no to it. So I've got to pretend like I'm going to be here for a long time so I can have this experience for 3 months or whatever it is of this committed relationship, which is what I want, because I'm being selfish about their needs, right? And then that leaves you with a painful ending. Yeah? Just take this if it resonates, because this is really particular kind of energy going on here. It reminds me of the energy of somebody told me about this and it really surprised me. You know, I've always lived in holiday places, and a friend told me that some of the player guys that live in holiday places like this do this thing, and I've seen it to be true of the players. When it's summer or high season, they want to be single. They want to be single because they want to play, right? But then when it comes to the winter or whenever low season is, then they'll get a girlfriend. Then they'll get a girlfriend and they'll pretend like they want to be with them because they want that steadiness. But at the end of the low season, they'll break up because they want to be a player again. It's that kind of an energy. It's kind of deceptive, but it kind of isn't. I'm not getting it's exactly the same as that for you there, because I feel like your person is someone that does like to have steady relationships. But you see, when they move on, it's going to be okay for them because they got what they wanted. And it feels like they'll be leaving behind more than just you. Anyway, wow. Okay. Recent past energy. So what's the recent past energy with this person? Strength. So this could be a strong connection that you have with this person. You know, like, if they were being upfront with you, which I'm really feeling like they're not, but if they were, then this would be easy to deal with, right? So like one time I went on a date and it was really great. The guy was really great. I got on with him so well, but he was just on holiday where I was, and we kept in touch after it, still keeping in touch now. But there was no lies there. I knew that he was going back, and I also knew, like, with the way that he is and what he's got going on in his life, that there'd be no chance of anything between us. But I also knew that if we lived in the same place, that we would be together for sure. And that was okay with me because I knew the truth of it. So I think that you need to ask some questions of this person just in case it's if this seems to fit or you're not sure about all of this, then ask some questions, because this could be your reading. I'm obviously saying it for somebody. Near future energy. 3 of inspiration. Kind of waiting for the perfect timing. Let's find out more. So this is about the Knight of Voices. You've met someone here, Knight of Voices. What else is this reading about? The 9 of Materials, single and independent energy. So that's your energy, right? Queen of Materials, 9 of Materials, very similar. You've got this stability and someone is attracted to that. For sure, yeah. And I'm not saying that this person doesn't have anything to offer. I don't know, they're not showing up as a king, let's put it that way. What are your fears? What are your fears? The Hermit, being by yourself. The Emperor, Divine Masculine. Now that changes everything. Because the Emperor being here, Divine Masculine, you guys could be in what you think is a twin flame kind of relationship. I say what you think is, because if they do have this Knight of Voices energy, then they're not with you, or can't be with you, but you're believing that they're your person. Or you could be fearing that they're your person, they're your twin flame, and that it's not going to happen. You'll be waiting. You'll be waiting for them to sort out whatever it is that got going on, because they have got something going on that isn't conducive to a good, solid, long-term relationship, which is obviously what you want here with the 10 of Materials. I can't see this relationship working because I think you want different things, even though it might appear at certain times that they want that committed relationship. There's a lot of energy here that they don't want that committed relationship too. They just want that part-time, the committed relationship part-time. They want you to be there and be solid for them. They're attracted to that energy, but they don't want that all the time. They want their freedom too. What are your hopes? So you might feel afraid that you're kind of tied to this person, that there's nothing you can do and you're never going to get the kind of relationship that you want. Your hopes, Page of Inspiration. So pages, the first attraction to somebody. When we're talking about relationship readings here, it's when you catch each other's eye. Inspiration, wands, it's about passion. You could actually be hoping to meet somebody new here. An instant attraction, that passion, that kind of thing. This relationship for you could be very complicated and be kind of too much for you. You might want to meet someone else, start something new up. Seven of Voices, you're hoping that it's a lie, you might be hoping that this reading is a lie kind of thing. You might be hoping that this isn't true about them, that they do actually want, or they'll come around, or that they will, change to want what it is that you want to. You're coming across as a very strong energy, more stable, long-term. But the energy that you've got in here as partners is way below your energy. It's almost like you guys, you're thinking like a page or a knight is a divine masculine, and they're not. The kings could be divine masculine, but not the pages and the knights. So you might just be, choosing people that are not your level at all. Let's get your outcome cards out. Anyway, see where this is headed. So in the outcome cards, I'm going to be revealing the first outcome card in this reading. But I'm going to get a series of outcome cards out so it tells a story. And those other outcome cards I will be revealing in the deeper dive reading, that extended reading. I'll also be getting cards out of these decks back here for some guidance for you. We'll get into your person as well, as what's going on for them. And if you've got anyone else coming in too, we'll get into their energies too, find out about them, what's really going on. We'll get some message cards out as well from your people, from your person or your people, see what they've got to say for themselves. But let's get the outcome cards out first, because they're not wanting to come out. What's the outcome for flowers, please? There we go. Okay. And next, what next? And what's next after that? Let me just check these. Okay. There we go. There's all your outcome cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 7 outcome cards there. First outcome card is the Death card. Here's the rest of yours. I'll be revealing those in the deeper dive read. The Death is all about like massive transformation, big ending that can lead to a new beginning, a rebirth. This is significant. This is not just a little change. This is significant. Often the Death card is the stuff that we don't want to end, but it's the stuff that really needs to end. It's the big deal. The big deal of something that needs to end completely before something can start anew. So if it's a scenario that you're feeling like this person that isn't behaving very well is your twin flame, so you're kind of stuck with them even though they don't want you what you want. Don't believe that. That kind of belief needs to end, and you need to end this thing. A person is not a match to you if they don't want the same things as you, and if they're not at your level and they're not doing it now. They're just not. It doesn't matter how spiritually connected to someone that you feel. And for you, that's going to be connected more with their potential than the actual reality of who they're being right now. But yeah, something big needs to end here before you can move ahead to what you've got coming in, which you do have something coming in here. But let's get you to that point so that you can bring that change about that I see in these cards here. So if that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. And it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on that flower, the flowers, on a device where you can open PDFs, and A little bit came off. And in that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. When you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then you need to try it on a different device, and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new, and leave a comment to get yourself an entry into that drawer. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell along with the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross Tarot love spread. Find out what's going on in your love life. Now, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'm popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. Now, I've got 2 draws going on at the moment. By buying the deeper dive read, that'll get you into one of them, a draw for a private reading with me. And also by clicking like and subscribe, being a subscriber on my channel and leaving a comment while you're watching this video as well, that'll get you an entry into another draw. So you've got 2 chances each month to win a private reading with me. So let's find out what this reading is all about. Let's see. We've got the 4 of Swords. This is about your healing. It's time to heal. 4 of Swords card is about it's time to heal. It's when you've just hurt yourself, or you just realize that you're really hurting and you need to take a step back, take some time for yourself, rest, recuperate, soothe yourself, heal yourself, taking a step backwards. This is about your healing. What is hindering you? What's crossing you in this reading? What's crossing you? Are you healing from something at the moment? Page of Wands is crossing you. This is someone else's energy. This is someone that's attracted to you. Perhaps they're just a player. Perhaps they just want the booty calls kind of thing, not investing anything more than that. And perhaps that is why you're needing to heal. Take a step back from this person. You could be drawn back in by this person, by the attention that this person gives you, because it'll feel good, the attention that the Page of Wands gives you, because it's very charming and fun in a way, and also probably sexual too. But it feels to me like you need to take a break from this person with that 4 of Swords card, or heal from that. How are things looking on the surface of this all? The Moon. The Moon is the unknown. Could have you feeling really emotional. This person could have you feeling really emotional. You might not be getting all of your needs met by this Page of Wands, and that could be causing you to feel emotional. But what you do get from them, you might kind of be clinging to that, hoping that it's each time that it's the start of something more, and then it doesn't turn into more. The Moon. So there you are in the unknown. What's really behind that though? Oh, so you don't know where this is headed. What's really behind that though? 8 of Swords. You're kind of in a trap and you need to break yourself free. You know, the 8 of Swords, always depicted by something like, it appears like a trap, but it's not a trap. The top is not locked there. Easily stand up and just push that up and set yourself free. Sometimes it's depicted by someone with a circle of swords around them, but it's not like a brick wall that's really high. You could just walk through them, right? So it's a self-imposed trap kind of thing that's perhaps in your mind, because it's swords, it's about thoughts. You're believing that you're kind of locked into this pattern, but you're not really. So you're in this unknown space of like, what's going to happen next? What is this Page of Wands wanting from me? Feeling compelled, perhaps you find them irresistible, this person, or the attention that they give you is enough kind of to appeal to and relieve some of the relationship needs, but not all of them, right? Feels to me like you need to take a step back from this person because they're not giving you enough. Pages, they don't give us enough. Recent past energies with all of this. The Hanged Man. Keep on changing your mind about this person. It could be like, no, I need to let go of this person, and then they give you a bit of attention, and you're like, no, no, I really love them. You know, I'm not saying that this is a terrible person at all, but it doesn't feel like someone that's investing. When pages and knights show up in a reading, it gives us that energy, it gives us that good energy, but it's not a king or an emperor. So you could have kept on changing your mind about this person. No, they're a great person. Then you get the flip side of it when you're not getting the attention from them, and you're like, no, this is no good for me. It makes me emotional. But then they give you attention again, and you're drawn back in. You know, that roller coaster kind of thing where someone is kind of dictating our energy and how we feel emotionally, because we just keep on responding to it instead of taking a step back, having a break and going, you know, this roller coaster is just not worth it. The highs aren't that good to warrant putting up with the lows. I want something more consistent here. So it's time to take a step back, Four of Swords, and heal yourself from this. And sometimes just time apart from a person can do that. Near future energy is the Hermit. There you go, taking a step back. Well, good for you. You're going to do that. Take a step back, Hermit. Be on your own path. Withdraw from them, retreat from them. 2 cards of retreat there, Four of Swords and the Hermit. So this reading is all about the Four of Swords. It's about healing yourself. What else is it about? It's about the Five of Wands. Being strategic. So what is your strategy? You're going to have a strategy here. So say the guides through the cards. A strategy for what? A strategy for dealing with this person, to let them go, to set yourself free out of this trap. They're not going to set you free. You're going to have to do that. You need a strategy for that. Also a strategy for moving forward too. But I don't feel like it's going to be time for moving on. I think it's more about the strategy of dealing with this person and not succumbing to the attention, the attention that they do give you. Now, that might be, your strategy might be to block them, or to ask your friends not to talk about them anymore, or, you know, whatever it is, you're going to have a strategy, because I feel like you might be quite susceptible to this person. But you just got to think, right, are they fulfilling all of my relationship needs? And if you say no to that, I mean, I don't know why you'd be watching a reading like this if you had someone that was fulfilling all of your relationship needs. But if you say no to that, then don't you want to set yourself free from this person so that you can find someone that does fulfill all your relationship needs? I wouldn't hang around waiting for someone to change and suddenly start doing it, because people don't do that. What are your fears? 9 of Swords, fear itself. 9 of Swords, stress, anxiety, and all of that kind of thing. So, okay. Now you might have a bit of anxiety here going on all the time, and it might cause you to kind of cling to people that aren't that good for you, just to have somebody. Do you know what I mean? You might have a fear that when you're by yourself, completely by yourself, that you're not getting any relationship needs met. So you might as well get a little bit met by this person. So fear itself, anxiety itself, like anxiety coming back. It's not a nice feeling being by ourselves. Page of Swords, fearing kind of what you've learned. No, it's not that. Page of Swords, it's someone else. We'll just tap into this energy. Someone else, someone that's got their eye on you. Okay, so you could have noticed somebody else, but kind of be fearing getting involved with them. Perhaps you think it's more of the same, or perhaps more challenging for you. It could be someone that's got more to offer you in relationship. What are your hopes? Well, that was fast. 3 of Wands. Like perfect timing, waiting for the perfect person to come along, and hopes of the Chariot, forward movement to victory. So let's get your outcome cards out. Yeah, it's a time to heal, a time to withdraw, and then deal with whatever is going on inside of you that has you drawn to this person that isn't meeting all your relationship needs. It's pretty much a repeat, slightly different, of the flowers reading. The they've all been kind of similar. Well, no, flowers and shells have been very similar this time. Okay, outcome card. So I'm going to be revealing the outcome card, the first outcome card in this reading, but I'm going to get a succession of cards out for your outcome, 6 or 7 maybe, to find out the bigger picture of where this is all headed. So the other cards I will be revealing in that deeper dive read, that extended reading. So if you find that this is your story, you might want to get that for even more. I'll be revealing those. I will also be getting cards out from these decks back here for guidance for you, and I'll be getting, if we've got someone else showing up, I'll be getting cards out about them, about that person too. But I'll get cards about your person and find out more about their energy, what's going on for them, everyone involved in this reading. Whoop, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you have it. You do have someone new coming in. So we're going to get into their energy as well and get some messages from them too in your deeper dive. So outcome cards. Here they are. Your first outcome card is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is like an aha that changes everything. You see, he's got a key in his hand there and the keyhole in the head. And it's like an aha, a new idea, some inspiration, or it's an aha is what it is. You have an aha that kind of gets you going, perhaps with this strategy to move forward, because the aces are about new beginnings as well, the start of something new. So yeah, an aha is your outcome, which leads to this progression here. If you want to find out what that is and you want all the rest of it, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box below. And don't forget that you get an entry into that draw for a private reading with me as well, if you do that. And it's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. Do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment as well to get yourself an entry into that draw for a private reading with me. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you very shortly.